everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Novel Idea. My name is Dahlia. I'm gonna do somewhat of a author spotlight video today, an overview of this author's works, the key takeaways. The author is Elena Ferrante. I'm sure you're aware of her. Most famously known, I believe, for Neapolitan Quartet, My Brilliant Friend. Ever heard of it? Love the quartet. Her other books are also great. I want to say her first novel was The Days of Abandonment, but I'm not sure. That was a pill. She also has a children's book, which is interesting. There's also, I believe, a nonfiction that she's written called A Writer's Life. I know that The Lost Daughter is coming out with Olivia Colman and Paul Mescal, who Paul Mescal is super hot. So yeah, like that's pretty much like her stuff. So for those that don't know, Elena Ferrante writes under a pseudonym. That's cool, to each their own. We actually don't know in fact who she is, but there has been a lot of speculation over the years. For respect of the author, I will not include who they assume she really is. What are some trademark Elena Ferrante traits? I think personally, her ability to be both compulsively readable and complex is an amazing feat. Her books are magnetic. That's cool, I like that. Her voice, saying the unsayable, she doesn't shy away. She's super uninhibited in her writing. I love that. She really says anything. There's nothing that she wouldn't say, I believe. Her exploration of relationships, the way that our trajectories are shaped by these sort of primal attachments that we have, the effects of our serious attachments to other people and how we manage often in their absence. And I think that if anyone is ever in a reading slump, she's such a good person to turn to. They like get you in it right from the start and then you can't really put it down. So structurally, thematically, whatever, how does an Elena Ferrante novel work? Someone experiencing betrayal is the kind of the word I'm leaning towards. Basically try to figure out how to deal with that. And most of them are not very good at dealing with this. Sometimes, as it happens, they go crazy. For example, in Days of Abandonment, think Anna Karenina, Pretty John, the Betty Broderick story. The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro. There's lots of examples of this story. The main character, puts all of her eggs in one basket, essentially. There is no better argument for diversification than an Elena Ferrante novel. In Days of Abandonment, if we're going to use that as an example, which I think is fitting, the main narrator, Olga, chooses a life path. She chooses this path at the stake of other paths which are important and appealing for a variety of reasons. She forgoes pursuing her own career, her own aspirations, marries a man and has 2 kids with him. Eventually he leaves her. She, after that, goes crazy. She goes crazy. That happens. In The Lost Daughter, it's kind of the same idea, but approached very differently. You're following this woman who has been separated. 2 children live in Canada. Thanks, Elena, for the Canada shout out. Personally, I feel seen as a Canadian. She feels, in a sense, like liberated because she doesn't have the chains of motherhood like confining her. These are her words, not mine, more or less. I'm paraphrasing, but yeah. She ends up going to a beach town on a vacation. She becomes very obsessed by this mother and her daughter, And you don't know if it's like she's jealous of the daughter or of the mother, whether she wants or wishes that she had that kind of mom or that she wishes she were that kind of mom. My guess is that it's both. I think she's jealous of both mother and daughter. She acts out in a crazy way. She does things that are pretty horrible just because of this, I guess, jealousy or resentment that she has towards people she doesn't even know. Moving on to the lying life of adults. Giannini, who is a teenager, but I believe it's being recounted from her as an adult. Honestly, the chick is obsessed with her looks, or at least that's how she reports of it. She goes on about her appearance a lot. Part of it is inspired or a result of her father comparing her to her aunt. This aunt is kind of like a family member that's not to be spoken of. She's sort of the forbidden aunt. Gia goes and obviously wants to learn more about her because like she's banned, kind of becomes involved in her life and the aunt's life, at the same time dismisses her parents for being liars. She learns that they are not perfect, they are very flawed, pursues her own sort of independent relationships, whereby she becomes very interested in this man who is in a relationship. She doesn't care because she is not considerate of other people. So yeah, so that's kind of that's the premise of Lying Life of Adults. Not the best wrap up, that's for sure. I also really enjoyed that book. I found it really immersive and I really enjoy her characters. I hope that this author spotlight sort of helped to shed some light on Elena Ferrante and what to expect when reading her. Yeah. And I would love to know, do you know anyone else that is similar? She's such a unique voice, and I can't say that I can think of another author off the top of my head who I would compare her to. Please let me know in the comments if you have any other recommendations of other authors you think I would like. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this different video. I hope you're all doing well, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take what you will.